I'm also going to go ahead and hit record on my computer. So, thank you so much, everyone, for. I'm sorry we are running just a little bit behind tonight. We had some technical difficulties. We're trying to do something new tonight. We are live on Facebook, and I am so excited to share tonight. For those that do not know me, my name is Angie Zumwalt, and I have been with Plexus for a little over 6 years. And I'm just going to share a little bit about my story. Tonight's event is Income Impact and what can happen when Plan B finds you. And Plan B did most certainly find me and the ladies that we have on tonight. And I am incredibly grateful for that. So again, a little bit about me. My name is Angie Zumwalt, and I am a Diamond Ambassador. And that just simply means that I have made it to the very top of our company. And y'all, that really is so surreal to me because if you know me, I mean, I'm like hat, baseball cap, no makeup today. This is my COVID-19 look. I am really no one special. I am just simply a mom that wanted something different. I worked in the mortgage title industry for a little over 11 years, and I know Jen is in the title industry currently. God bless you, sweet friend. And if you know anything about that industry, at the time that I was in it, it was a very up and down industry. I was laid off often because of the market, and I also worked incredibly insane hours. I would work 60 to 80 hours, especially at the end of the month. I was never home with my children. I would see them when I would give them a kiss in the morning when it was still dark. I would come home in the evening and tuck them into bed. And so when I was laid off in July of 2014, y'all, it really was such an incredible blessing in disguise. My husband, we had just completed the adoption of our son, and we needed some extra, he really needed some special care. And so my husband and I prayed about it, and we decided that I would stay home with our son Elijah until after the first of the year. Well, guys, the first of the year rolled around, and I could not bear to leave my babies and go back to that insane work week. But like most families, we needed two incomes to get by. Like I said, we had just adopted our son, so we had adoption expenses, we had medical expenses. My husband was working at that time. He was working a couple of different jobs to kind of help us get by. He's always been an incredible provider, but we just needed that additional income. And so in the meantime, I had some friends posting on Facebook about what I thought at this time was a get skinny quick thing. And so like any good friend, and probably like a lot of you, I unfollowed them. I wanted nothing to do with their weight loss product. We did not have any money at the beginning of the month, much less the middle or the end of the month, and especially did not have any budget in our finances to spend money on products. But as time went by, as I continued to watch my friends, as I began to see the life change in their family, the life change in their kids. And I spoke with a very, very dear friend of mine. She is a mentor. She was my pastor's wife in Texas. And she began to share with me the opportunity. I kind of gave her some financial different things. And at that time, me and my husband had prayed, and we decided that if I could make an extra $1,000 a month, I would be able to continue to stay home with the kids. Well, at that point, that was the exact amount that my friend was earning with this company. And y'all, it was just a prayer answered. And I went all in. As I began taking the products, I was no longer having daily headaches. I was no longer having horrible PMS symptoms. I had more energy. I wasn't chasing caffeine all day long. Y'all, I lived on Tylenol, consistently having those roller coaster up and downs all day long. I was no longer craving sodas. I was no longer wanting to hide Oreo cookies. I used to hide Oreo cookies in my car. I am a recovering sugar addict. I loved everything with chocolate and peanut butter. My daughter had ADHD, and we were able to get her off of her medication. My son had eczema and some other gut health issues, and we were able to help him. And as we started having the success, we just simply began sharing with our friends. And y'all, it just literally spiraled. And God has blessed us immensely through this business just from sharing with other people. So whatever it is that you're here for tonight, or whatever it is you're looking to fix, I guarantee that this could solve problems in your life that you never even realized that you had or knew that you needed. So I just want to tell you that I am so grateful that you are all on here with us tonight. And I'm even more grateful to introduce some of my precious friends. So maybe you did not relate to my story. So that's why I'm excited to first introduce my dear sweet friend, Brandy Walker, and she's going to share a little bit about her journey.
I have to unmute myself. Okay, can y'all hear me? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Hey, y'all. My name is Brandy Walker, and I have been with Plexus for 5 years now. Actually, July will be 5 years. And I'm a Sapphire Ambassador of Plexus. And what that means is I've reached almost to the very top of the company. There's one more rank that's at the very top. But like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years. And when I started, or still now, I'm a military spouse. My husband's been in the military for almost 30 years, and he actually is retiring here in 50 days. So 50 days from today, he'll be retiring. So that's pretty exciting for us. I'm a mom of 3. My oldest is 26. He's married. I've got a 22-year-old and then an 18-year-old who's graduating from high school this year. And when we started, we actually, well, when I heard about Plexus, I actually lived in Italy. We were stationed there. And I was having a lot of health issues. I was what you call probably a crunchy health nut, CrossFit. You know, I did all those things. I juiced, I did green smoothies. I took other supplements. I drove my family literally crazy. You can't eat this, you can't eat that. I was gluten-free, dairy-free, dye-free, anything free. If it didn't, you know, if it wasn't extremely healthy, I could not eat it. And it wasn't that I didn't want to eat it, because I promise y'all, I wanted to eat it, but I had horrible stomach issues. And you guys may have seen me, you know, post about that here and there over the last 5 years, maybe just a tad. But those stomach issues were just, it was interrupting my life. It was making me, you know, I would go work out in the morning, do my CrossFit, and I was running, biking, road biking about 30 miles a couple times a week on top of the CrossFit. And I would just crash. You know, I would do that in the morning, and then by, you know, 1 o'clock, I was crashed until it was time to go get the kids from school. And then I had to get up and you know, act like I was okay, make dinner. And then by 7:30, we were on the couch, and I was pretty much out, done for the rest of the night. You know, this was every single day. Then I started having a lot of bladder issues and just things that that I should not have had to deal with at that age in my life. I'm 49 now, and that was 5 years ago. So what is that? 40, whatever, 45, 40, 44. Can't do math. But so you could do Plexus and not do math. But anyway, I saw my friend post about Plexus on Facebook, and I started, you know, it kind of piqued my interest, but I thought, you know, I'm a little bit too a supplement snob for that, you know, and I wasn't quite sure that the products were good. So I finally talked to her, and I ordered the products, and I made my husband try it because I was like, I don't know if I need you to try it and make sure it's not going to make me sick or anything. So he tried it, and he was like, it tastes good. I mean, I don't know. So I started taking the pink drink. I started taking some of the other products, and y'all, I was not one of those people that had this, miraculous overnight like success with the products. It took me several months of working through, because I've been sick for a really long time. I had a partial splenectomy when I was 10 years old, and kind of, that kind of accelerated my whole life. So it wasn't something I could just fix overnight, but with consistency with the products, y'all, it really, I know it sounds cheesy, but it really did change my life. I went from falling asleep on the couch every night to being the one that stays awake the latest out of my entire family. I'm not bloated. My stomach doesn't hurt anymore. I've got tons of energy. We still work out. We actually work out together now. And I can eat, some other foods that I still eat healthy, and I don't eat gluten, and I don't eat dairy, but when I get those foods accidentally now, it doesn't make me deathly ill. I'm not a sugaraholic. I can't even remember the last time that I really had anything with, kind of sweets or like Angie was saying, I was also a chocolate-aholic, and, I love sugar. And even though I try to eat healthy all the time, that was just kind of one of those things that I still had to have every now and then. So I just don't even crave those things anymore. And in turn, I just have lots of energy, and I feel like I did when I was really in my 20s now. So, so that, I just started really telling a couple of friends about it, because when you find something that works so well, it's really hard to not tell your friends about it. And so I started telling them, and y'all, they joined me, and then it just kind of grew from there. I started telling other friends, and then we moved back to the States, and I decided that I wanted to start this as a business, because I thought, I've got so many friends that I know could benefit from this. So I started sharing on Facebook, and this business, it was just kind of an accidental thing. It just kind of grew and grew, and it's just been an absolute blessing for our family. We've always, not always, but we've been mostly a one income family, because as a military spouse, we've moved over 18 times. And y'all, I don't know about you, but it is very difficult to have any sort of career when you move 18 times over 30 years. It's very difficult. And of course, I was a stay-at-home mom as well, just because taking the kids in and out of school. So for me, that was super important. First of all, I love the friendships. I love that we get to travel together, and my Plexus team has become my family. It's kind of like our military family, but we have we started out with a lot of military people on our team, but it's grown so much more than that. And these people I just love them dearly. So that part is one of the reasons that I have stuck around for 5 years, because I absolutely love the friendships. But the income has, y'all, it's it started out that we were able to pay for competitive cheer for my daughter. We've been able to help my son with college, and my daughter will be starting college soon. We've been able to buy vehicles for them, and just things that we probably would not have been able to do before. And it's just been an incredible blessing. But now, as my husband's getting ready to transition to retirement, y'all, in the middle of a pandemic, I mean, a few years ago when we decided when he was going to retire, this is definitely not what we had in mind. So I think we would have been a lot more scared and, of the unknown whenever we don't know what the job market, y'all know what the job market's like. It's not very great right now, but my Plexus income has made that decision a whole lot easier, and it's just blessed our family more than we ever could have dreamed. So anyway, like Angie said, this may or may not be for you, but if it's something that you're interested in, talk to the person that invited you, and y'all, we would love to help you to earn an income, even if it's just, if you're just wanting to earn a couple $100 a month, or $10,000 a month, we can help you do that.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing, Brandy. I just love your story, and I especially love you. And I love that you talked about friendships. I mean, most of us that have been connected through this incredible business, and we have gained some of the most amazing friendships through this. I would have known Brandy, and I wouldn't have known Jen if it wasn't through this business and the friendships, the community. We encourage each other, we pray for one another, and that has just been so huge. And I was thinking the other day of having a little anxiety along with everything that was going on. And I just don't know where I would be right now if it wasn't for this incredible community of women that encourage and love and pray for each other. That has been such an incredible blessing. And I'm so, so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for you, Brandy. Thank you so much for sharing. So next, we are going to hear from Jen Till. And I am super, super excited for you all to hear from her. She is so sweet. She has a little bit of an accent because I don't have one at all.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Let the
But I'm
audience
so
decide.
super excited. We kind of bonded over being a part of the title company. She is absolutely incredible, one of my dear friends, and I cannot wait for you to hear her story.
Hi, everybody. That was a wonderful introduction. So excuse my accent. I hope you can understand me. But I have been with Plexus now for 4 years. I just had my Plexiversary, and I am a senior Ruby ambassador. So I'm 3 levels away from the top of the company. So one day I will be there and I will join ENG in that. But I started again 4 years ago. I really didn't know honestly what I was doing. My girlfriend was doing it. I didn't know I was as bad health-wise until I started getting better. I jumped on board right away as wholesale because I grew up with a single mom and we like the cheapest prices, anything we can get. This is what you do. You go for the sales price, right? So I jumped on board. It helped with so many things. I know we're supposed to talk about the income part of it, but real quick, I have Hashimoto and hypothyroidism. So I didn't realize how much that was wreaking havoc on my system, even though I was on medication for it for years, and I have been forever, and I will be forever. But everything else, it was inflammation. My face was so swollen, and my knees hurt, my legs ached, everything ached on me. But I just thought it was I was getting older. I had kids, I had young kids, and we're always on the go. So I thought, well, that's just part of life. No, it's not. So introduced Slim and ProBio 5 and BioCleanse, and being able to go to the bathroom number 2 every single day is itself a blessing. Something not everybody likes to talk about, but it happens. So anyway, but income wise, again, I didn't jump into this business thinking I was going to sell anything, because I've tried to sell candles, I've tried to sell jewelry, and nothing worked for me. I don't like to stand up in front of a room. Like, this is hard for me right now, but it's okay because I love y'all. But going into somebody's home and have to stand up and say, hey, would you like to buy this water bottle? You need one, right? No, you don't. So those failed. So I was thinking, I'm never going to be able to sell products. I'm not a teacher. I don't have a medical background. I'm not very good at retaining all this scientific information. There are some people on my team that are excellent at that, and I lean on them heavily. But then there's me, who I just I say, well, let's bring Kat in, or let's bring, Nicole and somebody in that can help explain the scientific part of it. But it just I started sharing when I started feeling better, and more of my friends started joining, and it just, honestly, it kind of snowballed for me. Like, I don't want to say it was easy, but it definitely just kind of started rolling. And the income part of it, I've had the same job. Like Angie said, I've been actually with the same company now 21 years. There was a time where I went for quite a few years without a raise. My own fault. I didn't push for it. I didn't quit. But yet at that time, where am I going to go? I don't have a college degree. That's what I'm used to. So that's what I stayed. I was comfortable. I'd been there a long time. I had 4 weeks vacation. So why would I want to leave that? Right. So it was very difficult. So, and then my husband works for a local municipality. So a government job, union worker. If anybody's a union worker, you don't get huge raise increases. It's like minimal amount every year. You get these certain brackets. It's just not a big paying job. And our children, And when I started Plexus, they were in 8th grade and 6th grade. And now the older one is graduating this year, if you want to call it graduation in this pandemic. That's another show. And then we have Logan, who is a sophomore. He'll be a junior. So at that point, they were heavily into sports and travel baseball and football and anything lacrosse. That stuff's expensive. And, you know, you want the best for your children. You want to get them the best helmet. You want to get them the best cleats and the best gear to go with it. So you do what you have to do. But then it's like you're looking at your bank account going, that's not going to happen. Like, honestly, there's been a few times where I went to the grocery store and put that card in, and you're just hoping and praying, and then I was declined. And it's so embarrassing. It's not, but to you, it's embarrassing to have to push that card and say, I'll be right back. Figure out how much money you have in your checking account, and then go back and say, okay, I got to take this out, this out, this out. I can afford this. That sucks. It just plain old sucks. It even to this day, I still get that tingling in the back of my mind. Like, I know it's going to work. I absolutely know for sure my card's going to work, but still, it was just heart-wrenching. And I'm glad I'm not actually crying, because usually when I tell the story, I cry. But, and my kids were young enough, they didn't really understand it. But so to have this business snowball for me and to see these checks come in and to be able to pay for my kids' sporting events that didn't have to come out of our daily living, huge, absolutely huge for us. So it's been a blessing for us. And I will continue to share with these products because of the fact that it has helped me physically so much. And with, like the ladies have said, the friendships I have gotten out of this are beyond anything I can ever even repay. But it's just that. And then another thing with this pandemic going on, everybody's home. I'm still working, but I'm working from home, which actually I started that in January. So I feel like this is all my fault, because now everybody in the world's working from home and not just me. But, you know, the kids are out of school, and my youngest is driving me crazy. So now it's everybody wants a dog. Well, okay, let's get a dog. Well, dogs cost money, right? Enter Plexus and Plexus Paycheck. Thank you for that paycheck. So that's just kind of my story in a nutshell. I hope that whoever's on this call, you'll give it a chance, because again, health-wise, huge, most important. But that second part of your income, you know, I'm still working. I can't necessarily stay home just yet. I'm hoping maybe that next step up to Emerald, I can probably finally quit my job. But at this point, it has been a huge blessing. So that's it.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing, Jen. And we are going to get you to Emerald, because we want you in Hawaii with us. In fact, we want every single one of you on this call tonight and listening in Hawaii with us. That is one of the many incredible incentives that our company gives. Our company is so big on being a blessing. One of the founders' quotes is, "If you were blessed, be a blessing." In fact, our CEO of the company just forego his pay and bonuses for the remainder of the year so that he could pay it out and give extra bonuses to the employees of our corporate office. And to me, that speaks volumes about how generous our company is, and about how we are truly about people, about servant leadership, and about changing lives. I really, truly believe that we are the greatest company out there. We are looking at a new way of doing business, having that servant leadership. And if you are looking for a plan B, if you are looking for additional income, streams of income, wouldn't it be so amazing if you could start another stream of income for your family? if you could have an opportunity that has proven to be withstand recessions, what if there was something that could give you that extra cushion in your finances? I pray, I would love for this to be your plan B. Any of us on this call tonight would love to talk to you, or whoever invited you to this. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for taking time out. We are so excited that you were looking into Plexus. And y'all, we have so many incredible incentives and bonuses going on right now. So if you would like to learn more about that, make sure to get with the person that invited you tonight. Also, if you give them the code word Happy Life, we have a special Mother's Day incentive going on. So you will want to be sure to get in touch with them. And again, thank you so much for taking time out to listen to us tonight. We are so happy that you joined us, and I hope that you all have a happy, healthy weekend and a fabulous Mother's Day to all you mothers out there.